Today we are celebrating the 70th anniversary of Walt Disney Animation Studios' timeless classic animated film, Lady and the Tramp. It came out in theaters in the summer of June 22nd, 1955, just before Disneyland will open until next month on July. And this was also Walt Disney Animation Studios' first ever CinemaScope animated film. So the story leads when Lady was adopted by Jim Deere and Darlene Deere on Christmas Eve. And as the years went by, Lady started to love her new life with the family, and she wears a collar and a license, until one day the family starts acting strange. She didn't know what's going on until her friends Jock and Trusty explained it to her that they're expecting a baby. But just then, Lady didn't realize that. Until then, a stranger dog named Tramp explained the baby are evil because they're replacing them from dogs with babies. But Jock and Trusty disagreed and assures Lady that is simply not true. And the tramp leaves in peace. And he said to her, when a baby moves in, the dog moves out. And Lady started to feel worried. What if Tramp was right? As time went by, the baby was now born. And Lady checked on the first look of the baby. And just then, Aunt Sarah moves in with her cats. Once they left, the cats wrecked the house, and Aunt Sarah blames Lady for making a mess, which she did not do, and put the lasso on her. Terrified by this treatment, she ran away and gets chased by other dogs, and the tramp saves Lady and disposes of them, and take her to the zoo, and met the beaver and removed the lasso from her snout. And later that night, she went for a dinner with Tony's, and eating spaghetti and meatballs, and start to fall in love, and the romance became to be. And bella notte. Until then, the romance was interrupted by the dog catcher, who picks up Lady and take her to the dog pound. And later, she met other dogs who were imprisoned by the dog catcher. And later, Lady was taken home, and she was punished, chained in the doghouse by Aunt Sarah. And Jock and Trusty decided to make it up to her until the tramp came back. And Lady was so mad with the tramp for getting her into trouble, and she immediately ended up end the friendship between her and him. Until then, the tramp leaves, and until then, the rat came by. And Lady realized, she immediately barking the tramp and explained it to her that there's a rat on the house and to the nursery room. And the tramp managed to take care of the rat to dispose of them. And when Aunt Sarah finds out that the tramp was trying to attack the baby, which he didn't do, she immediately called the dog catcher and picks up the tramp, and finally taking him to the dog pound. And then, when Jim Deere and Darlene arrived, Lady quickly barking to them and explained to them that the tramp did not actually try to attack the baby. But just then, he attacked the rat. He was trying to protect the baby after all. And Aunt Sarah finally believes that she was protecting him. And so as Jock and Trusty for the tramp's good deeds. They decided to stop the wagon and put a stop to it and rescue the tramp. And later, that Christmas day, the tramp now is wearing a collar and a license, and now have newborn pups. And they finally have a happily ever after. And now, with Tramp now part of the family, and Lady and the Tramp live happily ever after. And I honestly loved the movie for a long time. And I wish I could see this in theaters, but unfortunately, that may never happen since before I was born. But at least I did see it on Disney Plus as well, also. But it's a good movie. I honestly love those. And later in 1959, Walt Disney made another cinemascope of Sleeping Beauty, the same famous Lady and the Tramp. Later in 1959. So let me know in the comments and subscribe. And this is Minion Fan 1024 signing off. And be sure to watch Lady and the Tramp, now streaming on Disney Plus.